So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Gullit gets through on his own, and a chance! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And it's Yaya Toure.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And he's got Ibrahimovic! They've got to be quick to recover this. So Dida between the sticks for this one. Widely recognised, as we all know, Jim, to be one of the great keepers from Brazil.
The big easy. For me, there was indeed a time in his career where he was considered as being one of the best, Peter, if not the very best. You don't have a career like his unless you're quite special.
Vitinha, battling for the right to play in the early stages. Manchester United looking to pass their way through. Now it's Pelé. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Yaya Toure. Now it's Ibrahimovic. He's gone for goal! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Ibrahimovic clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Dida breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Nicely weighted ball. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now that looks a decent ball. Yaya Toure is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Rodri proves too strong, too smart. Gullit. Ferdinand calmly anticipates. Brazil do have a chance to counter here. Vitinha is always scanning the pitch for targets. Manchester United trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Yaya Toure. And it's lofted through here. And this is Cruyff. Cruyff showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Maldini makes the interception.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Pelé. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Tries to pass it through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Thuram. I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. It's a good foot in there. Passing is crisp and sharp. Platini. And the counter is on. Now it's Cruyff. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He's gone for goal! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
And it's Gattuso. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Pass somewhat off target. Yaya Toure. Platini. And here's Ibrahimovic. And the ball's come loose here. Rodri. And it's half-time here. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Looking for the run. Pepe cuts it out. Rodri. Pelé. He's on it. It's Ibrahimovic! And it's made its way to him.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
No, he wasn't going to let him past. Now it's Hullet. And he's had a hit! Oh, what a mistake! Dealt with nicely by the defence. Nice-looking ball. It's played through for him. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Great defending, strong and determined. And here's Ibrahimovic.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Yaya Toure. Aimed beyond the defence. Araujo gets a foot in here. Araujo did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. That's a cute ball. Tries to dink it through. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Vitinha. And it's Yaya Toure. Looking for a runner. And no, that was never going to make it. Vitinha. Here's Rodri. Looking to play him in. Now that is commitment to the cause.
Substitution for Manchester United.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 20, Ibrahimovic. Coming on the field, number 21, Johan Cruyff. Number 8, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Brazil have the chance to go the other way. Thuram. Rodri. And it's Yaya Toure. Yaya Toure. Now he's got space here. Great Cristiano Ronaldo! No mistake! Finally the breakthrough!
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number
There's going to be another change here.
Vitinha.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
A 1-0 lead established.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
And he's intervened well there. Ambitious ball here. And he's worked it through. Oh, well played. Rodri. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And the through ball. And this is Hullet. And he's chance for a shot! He should have put that one away.
Hullet has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
Substitution for Manchester United.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Field is number 17.
Defending of the desperate variety.
Brazil surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Maldini. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Nesta. That's Nedved. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Pelé. Manchester United finding their passes. And Cruyff! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Very much into the last knockings. And it's Cruyff. Nedved. He's made sure that's not getting through. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. And the number on the board is 3. Well, they've got it again. Szoboszlai. Yaya Toure. And it's Szoboszlai. He's going for goal! Great effort, but no way through. And that will be it. Brazil have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Cristiano Ronaldo picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
I'd just like to read out our fan club members who are celebrating.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful,
everybody,
clear
and
evening.
welcome to
The
today's
conditions
match.
contributing to a
Manchester
fantastic
United
atmosphere in the stands.
against
This
Brazil.
really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. Always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Aim forwards. Pelé tries to play it through. Shot a goal! It's there!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressure.
Real chance! They've done it! They're level in a trice!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Delivered with swing, tries a shot! Superb goal! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Manchester United take the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Oh, well played. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now there's a fine ball. That's a little off target. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nedved. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. It's Ibrahimovic! It's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Yaya Toure. Now it's Cruyff. Now that looks a decent ball. Cruyff, there's the shot! And it's come back out to him. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Brazil with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Cleared without hesitation. And it's Cruyff. Brazil have their second corner now. Chance! Goal! Brazil! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Cruyff. Maldini spots it and intercepts. Nedved. And it's Cruyff. Dinks one through. Lovely ball and a real chance now. So, third corner of the game.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Out for a throw. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pullet.
Oh, great feat, that.
Well read, nice interception. Pepe cuts it out. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Vitinha is always scanning the pitch for targets. He's in space and looking for options. And who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. Well, that pass isn't the best. Good ball over the top. Thuram deals with that comfortably. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And it's Gullit. Yaya Toure. Now it's Gullit. Now can they get it back? There's the whistle for half-time. Brazil come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. So there was the first half.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
So what a half. So many talking points, so many goals, so much drama. It's 3-2. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. Platini. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Gullit, who does have an assist to his name. Platini. Corner number 4 coming up here. And he's managed to get rid.
Brazil clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Thuram cuts out the pass.
Ibrahimovic really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Gattuso, or good read. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Gullit. Now it's Pelé. Oh, good take in a good area. Crossed into the box. Czech claims it. Safe hands. Oh, that's a key interception.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's Gullit. Nicely weighted ball. Decent chance! And yes, it's there! It's level again! What a match we have!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
And now he has two.
Substitution for Manchester United, number 14.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 21.
This is quite a battle.
Johan Cruyff.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
That's a sharp pass. Vitinha, and they can counter here. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Quality ball. Now it's Iniesta. Nedved. It's Cruyff.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there. Good effort from distance. Hits off target and by quite a way.
Yeah, it seemed the right range, and I guess it was worth a try.
Substitution for Manchester United, number 7, Pele. Number 8, Cristiano Ronaldo. Number 23, Vitinha. Coming
Great
on the
vision.
field, number 18, Suarez.
Well, there is a look that says it all.
Number 20,
A piercing stare.
Ibrahimovic.
Encouraged the
Number
pass with
16,
an intelligent run,
Rodri.
but the pass just lacked pace.
That's a cute ball. The muscular approach does pay off here. And this is Luis Suarez. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, they can break here. Rodri. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That has been cut short. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And the pass is intercepted. Ambitious ball here. Pepe makes the interception. Manchester United finding their passes. Aims beyond the defence. Ibrahimovic! Goal! Manchester United! And the comeback is complete! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Substitution for Manchester United, number 15.
The changes then in quick succession.
Nedved.
A warm ovation on his way off, and that is the least he deserves.
I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
Manchester United get themselves into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Bullet is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! So close to drawing level.
Yeah, you always felt that they were going to up the tempo after going behind. It's not like they have any other option now. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Dida breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Rodri, the final 5 minutes. Szoboszlai, Bullet.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Ball looks a good one. Ronaldo picks it up out wide.
Brazil really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
There will be 3 minutes
It's
at
a
time.
searching pass. That's been intercepted. Now that's well seen too. Szoboszlai. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Tries to pass, and the finish! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game.
Everybody to make sure to put any litter
After all
in
of
the
that,
bins
Jim,
provided.
what are you thinking?
Thank you for
Brazil
your
never
cooperation.
really got into this game. I think conceding early as they did seemed to completely undermine whatever had been put in place before they left that dressing room, and they just didn't readjust to it at all.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.